Hi, my name is Emmanuel.
Hello, my name is Abia.
So before we start, there are a few things I want to let you know. I will be counseling for the rest of the semester. Oh, crap. I'll be counseling for the rest of the semester. Everything that is said in here is under faculty supervision, and everything is said is confidential, and there are three limits to this confidentiality. If you harm yourself, or if you say that you want to harm yourself, if you say you want to harm others, or if you seem as though you can't care for yourself, this confidentiality will have to be broken. We can meet for 30 minutes once a week, and do you have any questions? No?
I'm fine, I understand that. Thank you for letting me know that. I came into counseling today because I feel like I'm having a hard time dealing with midterms and finals coming up so soon. I feel like I have a lot of work and it's kind of overwhelming me. And I'm trying my best to make sure that I'm trying my best to make sure that I have enough time to go ahead and get all of my work done, but I feel like everything is coming so quickly, like all the deadlines are coming so fast, like I'm getting very overwhelmed and I feel very panicky.
Okay, so just to make sure I understand what you're saying, you feel overwhelmed because of the workload that is coming all at the same time from your classes. Can you explain a little bit more about what exactly is overwhelming you?
I guess because I literally just finished handing in my midterms for all of my classes, and then as soon as the midterms are over, like my professors are already discussing the next assignment that's going to be due, all of which are like research papers and lengthy papers that we have to finish within like 2 to 3 weeks, and everything is coming together around the same time frame. So it's not just one class, in 2 to 3 weeks there's a deadline. It's for all of my 4 classes that, I have such big assignments due in just a couple of weeks, and I feel like I don't have enough time to get them all done.
How are you with handling your workload?
Typically, I think I'm pretty good, but I feel like because of this, like for this semester, I feel like since I'm taking a lot of my core major classes and I'm kind of trying to do my minor classes as well at the same time, I feel like the workload is a lot, it's more complicated than it was in the past.
How was it in the past?
I think it was a little bit easier only because if I had 3 assignments due soon, 2 of my classes didn't have any homework, or I didn't have to worry about anything for those classes. But for this semester, I have to worry about all of the work for each of the class all at the same time.
Okay, so you're saying that in the past you weren't as occupied with your major classes and your minor classes, but more with the prerequisites and the other classes before you got to those classes.
Right.
So what have you been doing to get through the workload that you had in the past?
I started them as soon as, it was listed on the syllabus. A lot of the work that I had due in the past, the professors went ahead and gave us instructions for that assignment at the beginning of the semester. So I took the time when, I had a break or we had days off, I would take the time to kind of start off the papers and whatnot when I didn't have any other classwork to do. So that's how I usually got it done, and it worked for me. But this semester I can't really do that because everything requires something to be due. So there is not a single time when I'm not working on something to start something else.
What are your days like?
I come into school at the semester Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. On Mondays and Wednesdays, I'm here from 10:50 to around 5 o'clock. And on Fridays, I'm here from 10:50 to 1:30, but at the same time, I also work. So during the weekends, I'm working, and on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I have like other things to do at the same time, like work, or make sure that like my brothers like are getting their homework done, make sure that they're being taken to school and they're coming back home on time. So I kind of have that responsibility as well.
So in addition to your work at school, you also have priorities at home.
Right.
How is this different from the past?
Well,
As far as
from in the past, I wasn't working, and I've been working for a year now, but the hours I work has been picking up, so it's not as easy as in the past. Even though I was working 3 days in the past, now I'm working more days. Whenever they need me, I'm kind of like, they'll just call me up out of nowhere and be like, we're short a person, can you come in? And I feel like I'm obligated to say yes and go into work, which I guess is not the best for me.
And do they know that you're in school?
Yes.
How come you feel obligated to say yes?
Because one, I do need the money, and two, I feel like my supervisors are super friendly, and like we communicate more on a friend's basis. So I feel like if I say no to her, it'll be like I'm letting her down. Like I'm not trying to take the opportunities that she's trying to hand to me, because I guess she's aware that I do need the money, and I don't know if she thinks that her telling me to come in on more days is going to be something beneficial to me, or if she's really just like I don't know if she's really just asking me just to come in because it's short one person, which they'll be fine if it's just one less person, but I feel like in a way she's trying to help me out because of the fact that she knows that I do need money at the moment.
And how do you feel that would, how do you feel about the situation of you being obligated to come in?
It makes me feel a little like burdened, like I want to say no sometimes, but then I feel like because of the fact that she's kind of going out, I feel like she's kind of going out on a limb and trying to help me out. If I say no to her, she'll just, when I actually have the time and I can do it once the semester is over, I feel like then she won't ask me anymore.
Had you not been in the friendship kind of position, how would you feel about saying no?
I guess if we weren't so friendly, it would be a little bit easier for me to say no, because I wouldn't feel like, she's trying to do something to help me out, so I wouldn't feel obligated to be like, yeah, okay, I'll come into work right now. I feel like I would have the option to say no, but at the moment I feel like I kind of don't.
And do you think she understands that you have a lot of work to do and you feel burdened?
I'm not sure if she understands. I know when I'm at work, sometimes I'll do a little whiny complaint and say, oh my God, I have so much work to get done. After I get home, I have to start my papers and study for a quiz or a test. So I'm vocal like that, but I don't know if she takes it into consideration when she asks me to come in. I'm not sure.
What do you think you can do to get her to have a better understanding that you're overwhelmed?
I know I can talk to her, but I'm afraid to talk to her because, like I said earlier, I feel like, once I do have more free time and I can work the extra hours, maybe she won't ask me anymore, and that will be a disadvantage to me. I know work is a problem for me because I'm working so many hours, but I try sometimes to just call out randomly on the days that I'm actually really scheduled to work. like if I worked a couple extra days during the week, I'll call out on one of the days that I'm scheduled to work and just try to collect my sick time so that like I'm still gonna get compensated for not going in, and then I'll try to use that time to you know, do some of my schoolwork. But I can't do that every single week. I can't be fine one day and then, you know, fake be sick the next day every single week. Then it'll just raise eyebrows. So like, I don't know, I guess like I'm more afraid of the fact that like I won't hit all my deadlines and get all of my schoolwork done on time.
How often have you done that in the past?
I've done it a couple times, maybe like 2 times in a month, and then I'll let a couple months go by, like a month and a half go by before I try to call out again, just so I don't like attract attention.
Do you think she notices anything?
No, I don't think so.
Can you tell me about your other priorities at home, other than?
It's just work, and like my main priorities are really just work and, you know, school, and a little bit about like my brothers. I can't really focus on them a lot because majority of the time I'm outside anyways. But the days that I am home, like my mom kind of looks to me to like check over my little brother's homework and make sure he did it all right, and read whatever papers and notices that they'll send home in his folder, or make sure he's done all of his projects, did it correctly. Like I kind of have that responsibility to make sure that he gets those things done, even though I have another brother who's older than my youngest brother. My mom doesn't really ask him. Sometimes that angers me.
Do you know why your mom wouldn't ask him to?
Yeah, because he doesn't really want to do the work. Like my other brother doesn't really want to look over my younger